Toxic high school friends check. Okay, hey. It's me, Daisy or Chanel. Today I will be talking about some toxic ex-friends that I had and some friends I'm realizing that are toxic now that I'm in high school. Okay, so, I don't know what's wrong, but I always seem to attract friendships that are toxic. Like, legit, I just don't know what it is. I tend to just forgive people too easily. I also tend to sometimes, like, hang around the wrong groups of people. And, I don't know, I can't fix that. Sorry if I'm just brushing my hair. I just, like, I don't know. My hair's grown out, though, because I cut the bangs down. I mean, after I cut the bangs, it was, like, really short. It was a bowl cut. But, like I was talking about, I usually, like, don't really have any good friendships. I rarely have, like, a friend who's, like, not toxic or, like, we're constantly fighting. But I've had quite a few toxic friendships, and the people I'm about to talk about right now, I'm not saying their names because we're kind of on good terms now, but I'm no longer friends with them or really consider them friends anymore because, like, we fought too much, and I feel like it's better if, for all of us really, that we're just no longer friends, because we all knew that the friendship wasn't gonna last long, because we were always, like, really fighting, all of us, these people. Particularly, I'm still friends with one of them, but particularly there's four of us. The three, we were always fighting, but it was usually always me who ended up getting hurt in the end. So they're good people. It was just that sometimes, some friendships aren't meant to be, or some relationships aren't meant to be, and you can't really change that. And it really hurt when I had to realize that I couldn't be friends with him anymore, and that it would be better for both of us. But I had to do it because that friendship wasn't good. So I met these kids. I'm gonna call them kids because I don't want to, like, say their names or anything. They were the first people I ever talked to. Okay, so I had just moved in town. I moved all the way from Araby in Chalmette all the way down back to Slidell. So I was, like, kind of scared because I didn't know anyone. And they were, like, the first people I talked to, and we all became, like, friends, like, kind of instantly. But I mean, I don't know, it was like something like clicked, like we all got along, and, like, they were my first few friends, and they, like, would always stick up for me. So I was like, okay, this is my clique now, I guess. And we became, like, we all were, like, best friends in an instant. But we found out that we all lived near each other, so we would hang out every single day. But I didn't notice at the time, and probably they didn't notice at that time, was that I wasn't on good terms with one of the friends. One of the friends they were friends with that I wasn't, like, getting along with, I didn't really do anything to her, but I'm just saying her because that's, like, girl. It was all girls. Like, when I was still presenting as male, I didn't like being friends with boys because all of them were really mean to me, and I only had, like, 2 guy friends at the time. So that's basically all I hung out around, girls. And she didn't really like me, and I don't know why she didn't like me. I never really did anything to her, but she just didn't like me. And the friends, like, they noticed that immediately. They noticed that she didn't like me, so, like, if anything happened and she put the blame on me, like, they would all side with her. And it kind of hurt because at one point they, like, all completely dropped me for no reason, for something that happened. And I accidentally, like, we bumped into each other, and I accidentally pushed her. I accidentally bumped into her and accidentally pushed her down. And she said I did it on purpose, so all of them, like, stopped being friends with me. And then I left crying, and then I told my aunt's, like, the best damn bitch ever. And she went over there and she confronted them. She confronted the parents, not the kids, because obviously they were kids. But she did also like say something to the kids because she saw them, and she said that she didn't really say what she said to the parents, because if she did, they would probably get like scared of her. And she just told them if y'all are really her friend, then y'all wouldn't like just stop being friends with her because she accidentally knocked over someone. And so she left, and they all came over there apologizing to me, and I was like, okay, I forgive you. So we continued being friends, and it kind of became like a common thing. We would always fight, like always, like it was always something, whether it was them fighting with me or us fighting against one of the sisters, or us getting into drama because of a boy or something. And it was just always something like that. And I don't know, they were always like, we were all really judgmental, like we were all like really toxic. I'll admit I was kind of toxic too, but I was toxic in a way where like I just like was always mean, because like I thought that they were all like mean too. So I thought, like, I just am very impressionable, and these girls, like, I thought that they were like really mean, so I tried being mean to fit in, and I didn't realize that that was like not, they were actually like getting offended by it. But I was just only doing what they were doing because I wanted to fit in. And then I stopped being mean, and I really like just like only agreed with them. And then like we still got into drama. I don't know why. And a lot of the things, they would put the blame on me, and I would get angry at them, and then we would always get in arguments, or they would just start ignoring me for a while, and I would ignore them, and then we would like all become friends again. And I don't know, I was starting to get like sick and tired of it, because I was like, okay, I don't think this is really like a healthy like friendship anymore, because I'm like feeling like I'm getting more butthurt each time I become friends with these girls again, because we're like stop being friends with each other so much, and it's like really stressing me out. And I didn't like stop being friends with them because I didn't want to, because they were the only friends I really had. And I stayed friends with them, and we kept fighting. And then there was this one particular occasion where one of them got mad at me because I apparently like I don't know, like apparently I was like threatening her sister, and I never did that. And I stopped being friends with them, and then I was still friends with the other girl. But then the other girl was being mean to me, and we were all little kids at the time. We were still in like junior high. So she was like, this, like, if you get caught on this street, I'm gonna get my dad to like call the police on you, because this is our street. And then I ran home crying because I was butthurt, and that hurt my feelings. And then I went home, and then we used to go to the skating rink all the time. And this is when my parents stopped liking them. So I thought that they were going to take all of us to the skating rink, and she said she could only take me, my mom, and my friends got mad, and one of my friends like cursed out my mom, and my mom heard it over the phone, so she came over there and yelled at her. And then the other friend, she had a panic attack because she was like freaking out. And the one with the panic attack, I'm like friends with her. We're not as close as we used to be, but I still talk to her sometimes. She was freaking out, and my mom said, I don't know why you're friends with those girls. Like, why are you friends with them? Like, why do you let them treat you like that? Like, I legit heard everything over the phone. Like, why are you friends with them? And I was like, because that's the only friends I got. And I honestly just think that they were just mad in the moment. And that's that. But then I feel like they were just entitled to know everything, because like I would always get blamed for everything. And if like I didn't tell them something and someone else knew, they would get mad at me and go like, we're your friends, why didn't you tell us? And like, you trust them more than you do your own best friends. Like, we're all like siblings, and you don't trust us. And I'd be like, no, that's not it. Like, I swear to God, that's not it. But that's what they thought. And like, we never really got into like big fights like these kids that are like pick up now, because we were just like immature. So these weren't like big things, but like it wasn't a good friendship at all. I do know that not the dad, why did I say dad? One of my friends is like family member, they didn't like me, and they didn't realize at the time that I was like, I thought I was gay at the time, so he didn't know that, and he would always like talk about how like, you better not try dating my daughter, but it wasn't her daughter, so I don't know why. But he would always say that, and I would be like, okay, I don't really like girls, so I'm bisexual. Like I like both, but at the time I thought I was gay, so I didn't really understand why he was saying that. I thought she had told him, but she said like, I just don't want to tell him because like I don't know if he'll let us hang out anymore. And then like something happened, and then the friend, her like aunt was telling the other friend who was bisexual that she had to pick one. She couldn't like girls and boys. She had to pick one, and that she started crying. And then it was apparently my fault because I didn't console her, but I didn't understand at the point why I had to. Like I went to console her, but they said then why don't, like, I don't understand, like why is it my fault? Like I tried consoling her, she didn't want to listen to me, so why are y'all now all putting the blame on me? It wasn't me who said anything to her. It was your family member. You should be talking to them, not me. And we stopped talking for a while, and then we started meeting at the skating rink because I moved. And it was toxic there too, because like I don't know, they would always say I'm annoying, or that my voice is too high pitched, and that I was just like too extra. And all of the friends that they were friends with were kind of transphobic, because they would all like make fun of me for being trans, and it wasn't cute, and it really hurt my feelings. I felt really uncomfortable, so I stopped hanging out with them. Like I remember one time I just got like so done, and when I saw them, like they were trying to give me a big hug, I just walked past. And that was just because I didn't want to hurt their feelings. I just couldn't, like, because I was like so done. I was like, I just can't talk to you anymore. Like, you just let your friends like walk all over me just because they're your friends and make fun of me because of me being trans. Like, it's not okay. And they talked to me. I was just like, I'm just not really in the mood right now, because like I'm just kind of angry at you. And that's the first time we ever like where we didn't just start fighting and blaming each other for something. I told her, and she was like, okay. She was like, if you ever just want to hang out, just come sit by me. And I was like, okay. And that was that. I don't really talk to any of them anymore, and that's with them. But I do have a friendship that's like really toxic right now. She knows who she is, and honestly, she's really trying to change. Like, she's better than she was before, and I want to try to like hope this friendship lasts, because like I feel like she's just like, I understand that still it's her fault for doing this, but I understand where she's coming from, because she's just like always really frustrated. But our relationship starts back in that other school where I met with other friends, but this was after this is when I started making more friends. And we would like fight all the time in my last period. We would always hit each other. Like, we were always hitting each other. Like, we didn't like each other. Like, we thought they were annoying, but then we also like, we got along so well too. Like, we would, I don't know, it was like we hated each other, but we were like best friends at the same time, and it was hilarious, because like we would always fight. And then like when we would fight and like some of the other students would like tell me to stop it, like she would get mad, and she was like, why are you telling him to stop it? Because I was still going by he at the time. And they were like, because he's hitting you. And it was just like, well, I'm hitting him too, so we can both keep hitting each other. And because like I said, I was saying him because at the time I was like presenting as boy still, because like I publicly started transitioning. So that was that. And we were always like, we would get along at one point, then we stopped being friends. We would be friends, then not friends, then friends, then not friends, then friends, then not friends. And that's kind of like toxic and all, but it honestly, we were both having fun. Like, it was funny. Like, I swear to God, I felt like I was on like a fucking Jerry Springer show, or I was like in some like drama show where it's just like them fighting all the time but also being friends at the same time. It was like crazy. So I move and I go to a different school, and the next year, in 8th grade now, and well, I was still in 7th grade. After I passed 7th grade, after moving from there to the other school, the next year she's in a class with me, and I didn't realize it was her at first because I hadn't seen her in a while and I forgot what she looked like. But then I realized, I was like, oh shit, is that her? So I sat next to her. I was like, oh my god, like, are you the girl that were you the girl that I used to always like fight with but also be friends with at the St. Tammany? And she's like, oh my god, yeah, that's me. I was like, oh my god, how have you been? And she's like, good. And that was like the first time we didn't fight, when we first started talking, and we actually got along. So we were just talking and all, and we got along, and I don't know, like at that time it felt like it was like a really good friendship at the time, because it was like we didn't like fight right when we saw each other, so that was good. And we started talking, we became friends, and we had the Chromebook class is basically where we had computers. Like, it was only one 7th grade class and one 8th grade class, and you had the students that were with you in your first hour were with you all the way through all the periods, except if your elective and your PE. But the girl I'm talking about, we had the same elective and we had the same PE hour, because if we had the same elective, that meant we would have the same PE. So I was with her all day, and so we were friends. But like, I also noticed that she was kind of doing the thing with Amber. Amber's a different person. She's not part of this story, but she was like Amber's not part of this story. I'm talking about someone else. And what I mean by like Amber, completely different person. Not talking, if this person thinks it's her, it's not. Talking about a different one. When I was younger, I had a friend, like really younger, not junior high. There was a friend that had a friend like that, and they would always blame her, and her name was Amber too. So I just felt like, oh shit, is this like that situation? Like, am I in that type of situation now? Like, we're not fighting, but she's like blaming me for everything, and like she's being like very rude. And so we would make fun of the choir teacher, and then one time for some reason she made fun of her, and then I made fun of her too, and she's like, why would you say that? Like, that's so rude. I don't want to be friends with you anymore. I was like, are you serious? And she's like, yeah. That was like so rude. Like, why would you say that? It's not even funny. I was like, but you just literally just said something about her too. And she was like, well, I don't care. That was rude. Like, why would you say that? I don't want to be friends with you anymore. Like, stop talking to me. I was like, fine, okay. And so we stopped talking, and I wanted to continue being friends with her. So we became friends again. And then there was a girl in my class who was she's cool, but she was like really annoying. I was still kind of ugly at the time. I had a glow up. But she tried hooking me up with one of my best friends, and we didn't want to date, but we did, just so she would leave us alone. And then I broke up with him, and then she started dating him, and then she thought I liked him still, but I didn't really like him in the first place at all. Really, I didn't. And we didn't like each other at all, because like we just wanted the girl to leave us alone, and the one that kept trying to hook us up. So she was like talking about how I was going to try to steal him away from her. I was like, girl, I don't like him, okay? And she's like, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. I was like, okay, Jesus, because I know we're about to be friends like in like 2 days or something, because you're going to come up to me and sit down and go like, I really want to be friends again, and I'm really sorry. But that didn't happen. I was surprised. That didn't happen the whole time she was dating him, because she would always accuse me of trying to steal him from him, and I would talk to him about things, and then she would come up to me and say, I heard what you were talking about, you can't have him back. I was like, I don't want him. Like, why are you like constantly antagonizing me about a boy I don't want? And she's like, because I know, because you dated him, you still have feelings for him, and you wish you never would broke up with him. And I said, I broke up with him because I didn't have feelings for him, and he didn't have feelings for me. Okay, like, we've told you that a million times, so why are you still messing with me. Like, it's not cute. And if you love him, you do you. I'm happy for you, but don't become after me because I used to date him. I don't like him anymore. So like, she just like kept messing with me, and it was really annoying. And then they broke up, and we became friends again, and we let bygones be bygones. And then we met 2 other girls, and there was another girl too, but then they stopped being friends with her. And the girl that I'm talking about, she used to like, I'm completely okay with her. She's like bomb now. Like, I love her to death. The one that's the friend I'm talking about right now, that from the same family, I love her to death. And like, she's become such a better person. Like, she's no longer like she was at that time. But I'm only telling this because it was like honestly funny. Like, I look back at it and think it was funny. I'm not doing this to like bring her down or anything. It's just I thought it was funny, so I'm telling y'all. So we created a clique, and then one of them, we stopped being friends with them, but I was still friends with that person. I wasn't gonna stop being friends with her because my other friends weren't friends with her and they didn't like her. So I was still friends with that girl, and then they all got mad at me because they thought like, why are you still friends with her? Like, you heard what she said. I was like, I didn't. I'm just friends with her because she's honestly a good person. I like hanging out with her. So that happened, but the girl. So, but she, for some reason, I feel like she didn't want me being friends with anyone else, because she would tell me that one of the girls didn't want to be friends with me, and she said she didn't know why. And I would ask the girl, and the girl would go like, I never said that. And then I would ask the friend with her, and I'd say, did she? But she said, are you sure? Are you sure she's not lying? Because the other girl said, you were with her when she said that. And she was like, she never said that, and I never heard anything about that. So I confronted her. I was like, why did you say that? Like, you said that they don't want to be friends with me, but they said they never said that, and I don't know why you're doing this. And she's like, but I swear to God, I heard them say it. And I was like, I don't know. So I did stop being friends with one of the girls, and then we became friends again. And then I went to the hospital, and then I came back, and that's when our relationship got better. So that I don't really want to go into any other details except for this one thing, which was the main thing about that, because all the rest of it was just stuff with me getting out of the hospital and my friends trying to comfort me. So she thought she was like, an immigrant because she was born in Mexico City. Okay, and she should have paid attention in world geography, because that's in the U.S. You wouldn't have been illegal. And honestly, I don't think any human should be illegal. No human is illegal. So, she said that, and I thought it was funny because I was, like, talking about it and going, like, that means you would be a U.S. citizen. Like, you're not illegal. And she was, like, so offended, and she thought I was being, like, so rude, and then we stopped being friends. And, she turned all of the friends there on me, like against me, and I was friends with them forever. And it's just like so funny how people switch up. So they were like, that was just like really rude of you to say it. But I was like, I was stating facts. If anything, she should feel happy that she's not like, I don't like saying that word because I feel like it's offensive. Illegal, like, I don't know, she should be happy, like, I guess. And then, she got mad at me, so we stopped being friends, and then we're friends now. And basically, this was just me talking about, like, my petty drama, or my, like, childish drama with old friends and some new friends. And, honestly, they taught me stuff, like, I learned a lot of stuff from that, and I don't know. Just, if you have a toxic friendship, just cut it off. Make it easy for both y'all. Bye, beach.